Again. All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, we gonna see. We gonna have us a talk real quick. Of course, we're gonna get us a read in for the sign of Pisces. As you know, I've already began my pre-shuffle before I press the record button. So I'm gonna shuffle them one more time. I'm gonna cut the deck, but then I'm gonna put them to the side. Okay, hey, Grand Rising Love. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hear me out, right? You know how I always talk to y'all about like not stripping your roots, right? I feel like that's one of the key factors that everybody needs to be reminded of, especially like when you decide to start exploring spirituality, okay? Keep your roots. I don't give a damn what nobody say, how a person try to say this wrong, that wrong, blase, skippy. It has a lot to do with perception. That is something that you will figure out if you keep on progressing along your journey. I promise you, because I done baby discarded and went back and got shit over and over again before I realized everything that I had plays its role. It's a time and place. Okay. Um, what I have been doing, and I like to give y'all little things that I find works for me, right? What I've been doing is when I get up in the morning, I on YouTube pretty much I do it so much that it just recommend like different Bible scriptures, different Bible chapters, different books from the Bible is what it does. And while I get in the shower, I'll put my earbud in or whatever it is, I'll let it play and I just listen to it. Because what I come to find is with a lot of us, when I say like take the Bible literal, we got certain parts of the Bible because it's been repetitive with being said to us. You know what I mean? But oftentimes when you get that Bible and you sit down with that book, baby, you really don't understand what the fuck is being said to you. You can get some parts of it, but you really don't, get it. Now, also let's get it understood that we learn in different ways. Some of us are visual learners, some of us are listeners, some, you know what I mean? So I can do it all. Okay. But even as a kid, like I liked reading books because I felt like it was like watching movies that I hadn't seen before. I've always been like a visionary. Okay. So when you listen to them audiobooks of those Bible scriptures, you can kind of let it sink in a little bit more differently versus you trying to read it, get stuck on this word. Now you got to figure out what this word mean. And now it takes away from all of that. You can replay it as much as you want, back it up, rewind. In fact, you can do it okay. So listen to them Bible scriptures, right? And I swear it starts to make so much more sense. Like, you know how they always say like that nothing new under the sun type energy? I realized that within them first Bible scriptures, right? Or them first books, like how the book of Genesis. And we already know it's books before then, because the book of Genesis basically speaks of like the physical world. Okay. All them other books, that book of Enoch and all the rest of that, that's talking about spiritual shit. Okay. That was before the spiritual world came. So I'm gonna deal with y'all on the Holy Bible. What we deal with here, the basic instructions before leaving Earth. Okay. When you deal with that book, it's certain guidelines that was set. Okay, first of all, when they do that whole Adam and Eve, woman and man type thing, I don't think that it's like a gender. I get that it's a gender, but I don't think that we're speaking on a gender per se, because you know how they say like masculine and feminine energy resides within us both. We have to balance that out. Same as like how men have emotions, women have, you know what I mean? Like it's a balance. Okay. So when we speaking on that masculine energy, we know that masculines are like the doers. Masculine energy is like more so logical thinking. You know what I mean? It's strategy. It's different things like that. We know that women, how we feel, a woman, we deal with emotions. We deal a lot with how we feel. A lot with, you know what I mean? So it's safe to say that the woman governs like the lower chakras, the roots, the foundation, because you know how they always say underneath every strong man, it's a, you know what I mean, that foundation. So we got the foundation, right? But then once you cross that heart, that gateway, it seems like you step into like a masculine way of thinking. You got to remove them emotions, and it's like facts. Okay, fuck how you feel. That's why I say that to y'all. Like, fuck how you feel. Sometimes you got to put them emotions to the side and deal with facts. Men are good with that. Okay, if you could get a man and his emotions, then you got something else. Because 9 times out of 10, that's how. Yeah. Okay, unless they just bitch made. But and then you got some women. You know how I say like Miss Burley, like masculine women. Okay, so we got them too, right? So even when they speak of Eve coming from Adam rib and all the rest of that, your rib is gonna be right here. Your rib is basically gonna lie in position of your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is right before you get to your heart. Your heart is gonna be the gateway to your throat. Again, dealing with that masculine energy, right? So she came from down here, but he reside up here. Okay. Let me remove you real quick because you ain't gonna throw me off. But he reside up here. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. You were supposed to blink out on that. Not only this one, but that one too. Be gone. All right. So what I found, right? Not to get off track. With that book of Genesis, it's like it's a certain set of rules. It's a certain set of restrictions, that God laid initially. Okay. And I feel like it's a lot like what they treat people how they want to be treated. Because what I keep on hearing is like respecting thy brethren, and you know what I mean? How like I feel like I'm all over the place. Hold on. Slow me down, spirit. Okay. It's like a respecting thy brethren, you know what I mean? Not taking more than what you need. You know what I mean? It's like, even like with that adultery and different things like that, basically putting your place and yourself in other positions where you do not belong in other people's situations. It's certain shit that you shouldn't do, right? And I feel like a lot of that shit, basically, how they dumbed it down for us as children, treat people how you want to be treated, is the way I started talking to myself is, would I be cool if you said to me what I'm saying to you? Would I be cool if you do to me what I'm doing to you? Would I be cool if you know what I mean? Like, so that's how I start getting it, because I feel like sometimes as human, we could find ourselves in position where we really feel like we not committing no trespass. But then if we remove ourselves from the situation and view it, it's like, yeah, you is. You know what I mean? If you wouldn't want a person to say that shit to you, don't say that. If you don't want a person to impede in on your, don't do that. If you know what I mean, it's simple. Treat thy brethren how. Okay. Another thing that I got right is people get caught on certain books, like how they try to condemn even me reading tarot and different things like that. The Bible does not condemn tarot. Okay. It does not condemn dream. It don't, because again, like how I spoke to y'all about the book of Daniel was a dreamer. In the book of Daniel's, the king, his name was it started with a B A. He gathered all of, it said, the dreamers, the visionaries, the prophets, it said the magicians. So that lets you know that it was a group of people. that do certain things. He gathered all of them together because remember, he told them that he wanted them to prophesize his dream. And if they couldn't prophesize his dream, then he was going to be done with their ass. Because remember, he ended up losing his gifts. And he brought them people forward. Remember, what I come to find in the Bible is that, first of all, everybody has gifts. That's clear throughout the Bible. One of the things that I found is that the only time that you really commit trespasses outside of you unknowingly is when you go against yourself. It said that everybody has gifts. Okay. Everybody got certain things that they could do. They're supposed to focus on that, and that their riches will be great. Okay. When you focus on other shit, that's how the other shit happens. Okay. Even when it comes down to the cycles, the suffering, like all of that, I promise you, all of that is like explained. It has a lot to do with like the world being, hold on. Because I'm telling you, I had so much shit in my mind. And I'm like, I'm finna talk to them. The Bible is basically a book of journals. Okay. They're a book of everybody's experience. Whoever read that book, is their experience, whatever it was that they experienced. All them books, I promise you, it's a book of journals put together. You got rules, discipline, structure, certain things that was laid by divine in the beginning, and then after that tells you what everybody did, what the people did, what they decided to do. What I notice in the Bible is most of the time when people are on path and divine start to bless them, they let them blessings go to their head. And when the blessings go to their head, they start to veer off path. Okay. And then that cycle repeats. Okay. Because the different kingdoms and different things that was given out, the blessings was given, you know what I mean, rightfully. But it was if you kept up your end of the bargain, which is this initial set of rules that was laid. It's like, hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Yeah, it's I feel like don't even focus on like even when they say stuff about the cards, it really ain't even about the cards. What it is you putting yourself in a position where somebody feels like, okay, they don't reside in that position. And just like how I said, if they can't do it, then you can't do it. If you can do it and they can't do it, then it may make them feel a certain type of way. But that also brings us back to a person being too focused on you, because if they was focused on their own gifts, then they shit would be maximizing just like yours. But they too busy focused on yours that they don't even know what the fuck their gift is. So now they trying to operate in your shit and they getting their ass tossed up because they ain't even supposed to be over here. You supposed to be over there. But the thing is, if they let one of them other chakras, like how they say, you don't let that woman rule over that man. If they get caught in them lower chakras, they get caught in that ego, they get caught in that pride, they get caught in that emotion, they get caught in that survival mode, then that's where the fuck they gonna say it. They're supposed to be up here with it. No matter what, the whole Bible always tell you that all of this is due to you, but you are required to keep one thing, and that is faith. That's faith. They tell you that people gonna speak, don't believe what they speaking, don't trust what they speaking. They tell you all of that shit. Like, listen to them books. Listen to that Bible. Listen. I promise you, listen. Listen. It can be difficult to read. I understand that. So go about it another way. Don't strip it. Listen. Even when you just riding in the car or something, replace certain things with like music. Okay. I also want to tell you that that's a form of meditation as well, too. You being in that relaxed mode and able to process and just let your mind do it. get your own understanding. And another thing that I see throughout that Bible is that, to my understanding, right, if you commit trespasses and you are unaware of what you are doing, and then you become aware, because if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then naturally you're going to grow, you're going to progress. So the awareness is going to come accidentally, on purpose. It happens, especially when you're dealing with God. So if you are unaware initially and then you become aware, just like how I said I had to start checking myself. Would you be cool if somebody said that to you? Would you be cool with somebody, you know what I mean? That's that awareness. So now that I'm aware, I respond differently. And also I'm giving the awareness. That's that repentance. That's that redo, that doing it over. So now if I have this awareness and I take them same actions, now I get my ass beat because I know better now. It's a difference between, again, like how they say that fool's journey. You just leaping out there, you taking a risk, versus you know better. AKA what they say, you know better, you do better, right? Listen to them scriptures, y'all. Listen to them scriptures. Um, and stop viewing it like they're scriptures, I guess, to speak. Listen to it like it's a story. You know what I mean? A story about somebody that you know. Because I pray and hope that you know God, that you know divine. You know what I mean? And just listen. Listen to them. I feel like you will find jewels, gems. You will begin to understand. Okay, all the way bringing you up into present day. See, I feel like people maximize that book of Matthews because, again, that was the first time. Understand, before then, it's a lot of people talking about spirit, it's a lot of people talking about God, it's a lot of people talking about messages. Jesus was the man, like, because he set foot on earth. It's like having God on earth. If you ask me, that was like my grandma. It's a superhero on earth. This is somebody that I heard about now. I see this person. And you also got to understand that because this energy was heard about, spoken about so long, and now you have this living person here speaking like this, people will be like, you know what I mean? If the son of God was, he would have been came, or he, you know what I mean? Type thing. And you see the way they played with him. So again, I always feel the need to remind you, don't discredit yourself or think no less of yourself. You know what I mean? With you being in this human vessel and you happen to do the job that you are doing, because nothing new under the sun. Okay? Nothing that is being done to you has not been done before to somebody else, or you know what I mean? What I also come to find is a lot of us, we come from that royal bloodline, but our ancestors were some of them folks that let them blessings go to their motherfucking head. And that's why we had to do the shit that we had some shit to pay for coming into this lifetime too. Because if you understand spirit, like I understand spirit, then you also understand that you are those ancestors that fucked up the bag way back when. That was you. You did that shit. And you was given the chance to do it again and again and again. Because what he say, I forgive you for what you do not know. But guess what? This lifetime, we done fucked around and had a rebirth, and you know what the fuck you doing. So let's get it understood that the path that you pave is what you leave behind as well too. So what are you leaving behind? Because if you create more debt, then you already know somebody gonna have to pay for that. Because remember, you came in having to pay. Remember. And you do understand that whatever you leave here, whatever you give birth to, that's you. That's an image of you. It's not real hard. No, baby. God made you and God gave you free will. is what he did. Your mistakes are yours. You decided to make those mistakes. They're not his. He told you what he needed you to do, and he talked to you consistently, different ways. Remember, I said it. We learn different ways. Some of us can hear, some of us can see, some of us, you know what I mean. So no, those are your mistakes. Those are your trespasses. But he forgives you because you're clearly unaware of what you're doing. Okay. But when it clicks, them epiphanies, when that shit click, it's game on now. You know what I mean? Because it's like, stop playing. You damn sure get that free will. You get that free will. For real. Hey, happy to see you too. You get that free will. It's always a choice. It's always an option. That's one thing that he has given since the beginning of time too. You got that in the book of Genesis. Adam and Eve. He put you here. He gave them these rules. God damn it. Either you're going to listen or you're not going to listen. I'm not going to hold your hand and force you, stand over you and make sure you listen, because that's not even right. Because now you're going to listen because you're fearful of what might happen. I need you to be comfortable. I need you to know that this world is yours. You just got to pick a side, pick a choose. What are you going to build? Are you going to build? Are you going to destroy? You have the option. Okay. He's definitely fair. Definitely fair. But see, that's the thing about life as well, too. That's also spoken of in the Bible. That you have to go through the experiences for the growth. I've also said that to y'all so many times too. You can tell when a person is speaking to you from a lack of experience. You could tell when a motherfucker done read some shit in a book and they just regurgitating information. You ain't never felt that shit. That's just like, I promise you. And I'm gonna go deep with y'all on this. Me, I've always viewed, well, I ain't gonna say always. In the past, I used to view childbirth as being something simple. You have sex, you get pregnant, you have a baby. You know what I mean? Until I went through having a miscarriage. When I had a miscarriage, psychologically, like, that shit, it's different. Like, it's certain shit that you can speak on, but then once you have that experience might have you talking different. That experience might have you thinking different. That experience actually made me view life like all together, like blessings all together. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of blessings that we have. Like, for one, motor skills, me being able to use my hand, me being able to vocalize things to you, me being able to think, express the way I do. That's all a blessing, because I've come across people who has needed like complete care. They can't think for themselves, can't speak for themselves, can't move, no nothing. Which means if another person don't do it, it won't get done. Let's get it understood too. It's a difference between doing things out of your kindness of your heart, because when you do things out of the kindness of your heart, you can feel when a person give a damn versus somebody doing some shit because they feel like they have to. You can tell the difference. I done worked in a nursing home. I done seen somebody get turned like, I need to hurry up and change your motherfucking diaper and get the fuck about this room, versus somebody who comes in there and, okay, this is like my grandma. I didn't have to tell somebody to go, I got it. I don't even want your help. I legit don't want your help. Don't touch her. And that's because I've had to take care of my grandmother before. I felt that. You're not going to come in here and just, you know what I mean? It's a difference in people, though. That could have been somebody who had their grandmama. Their grandmama ain't never gave a damn about them, ain't gave a damn about their mama, their daddy. They don't even know their grandmama. All they know is that bitch alive. I'm finna flip her motherfucking ass and get this diaper changed so I can get the fuck up out of here because I need my money. It's a difference. And it's a choice still. Because, yeah, you need your money, but you still know what you signed up for, and you know that you're dealing with a human life. With dealing with a human, you know that we all got to get old one day. And the way you acting in here pretty much shows you might have a little flaky reputation out there, so it might be you in this nursing home one day. And you might have that aide that need to hurry up and get the fuck up out of here. And you just a paycheck. Nothing new under the sun. That shit cycles. Okay. Again, karma. Okay. Sometimes you have some people who feel like they did everything right, and at the end of it, they still ain't got no motherfucking body. It's still lessons to be learned in that. Karma cycles. You got to put that work in, baby. This shit that just ain't given. It's like you got to want it. You got to know it. You got to feel it. Breathe it. I'm telling y'all, listen to them books, y'all. Listen to them books. Hey, but even with karma is only you getting out of a situation what you put into it. Karma is only your vibe attracting your tribe. Karma is karma. Karma is fate. You know what I mean? And it'd be like we know that, but somewhere down the line we forgot that. And we start feeling like, again, it's certain shit that we could do, but if you do it to me, then I'm going, you know what it don't work like that. That is not treating thy brethren like thyself. That's forgetting one of the rules off top right there. He already said, if you without sin cast the first stone, we got it understood that, goddamn it, unless we born way, way, way back then in the book of Enoch, like the fuck we was, bitch, you got plenty sin on you. It's plenty of lifetimes where you didn't get it right. You didn't do what the fuck you was supposed to do. Instead of getting rid of the debt, you added more debt on. You got lifetimes where you know what I mean? And then it'd be even more fucked up because some people, right, they create the trespasses. They gain awareness and they get stuck in that pride. Remember that feminine ass energy, that bitch made ass energy, and they can't apologize. They won't acknowledge the fact that they are aware of the trust. They act like it didn't happen. So now they're stuck. Let them die like that. It be some people with that, take it to the grave. Go ahead, because once you take it to the grave, guess what? You see how people get to talking when motherfuckers die. Somebody might fuck around and let your kid know the actions that you done took, and now your kid feel a certain type of way and got questions and can't ask you because you dead. You ain't verifying shit. So now they growing up with this image and they start prepping a certain type of way. They handling their child a certain type of way because my daddy was doing this and I don't want you to turn out like this. So in order to stop you from doing this, I need to do the opposite of what he did. And you know what I mean? Like that's them cycles. And God say he will lead. He'll let you do what you do. And he'll wait for you to come back to him. Because he always say that. He the and all and be all, which means, baby, it started with him. And he don't give a fuck how many lifetimes it take you. You're going to get back to where you're supposed to be. The choice is yours. It's just like how that dude in prison, remember, he kept telling we could do this the easy way or we could do this the hard way. The choice is yours. What he say? I like you and I want you. Like, stop motherfucking playing. Upon you coming up on this earth, it's certain binds that we made, ties that we made, contracts that we made, we agreed to certain shit. And it's real basic. It's real basic. All you have to do is be a decent human and I will bless you. And motherfuckers let them blessings go to their head. That's just like as a kid. I know how, like, with that dark sense of humor, like with being a kid and you see things that's strange, like let's say you see somebody and they missing an arm, naturally you're gonna stare. As far as you know, everybody has an arm. You see somebody in a wheelchair, hey, that's a person on wheels. You know what I mean? And when you're a kid, you might question it. You get a little older, you might poke a little fun at it. You might have a couple jokes. You remember the cat daddy, right? Like you ride the wheelchair, you motherfuckers done made a dance out of that shit. But then when you mature, again, that awareness, and you become aware of the fact that certain things can happen to anybody. You live life, and you actually know somebody who you used to run around with. Now you start to take shit a little bit more serious. Like, hold on, you know what I mean? The fact that I can walk is a blessing because I see how easy, you know what I mean? Or and with that awareness, you knowing your blessings, and then okay, let's say you go, you still keep on playing with fire, talking shit. Then don't feel no certain type of way when you get hit type energy. Again, that reaping what one has sown. You thought this shit was a joke. You invested smiles and cakes at somebody else. You know what I mean? Torment, detriment, whatever it is that you want to call it. Because you didn't know how to show empathy and put yourself in a position of how that person may feel in that chair. You know what it feels like to walk. You may have never been in a position where you could not walk before. And you could be looking at somebody and you poking fun at them and they may not never know what it feels like to walk. Do you understand? Even like with it, right? When people have immobile issues, do you know that you can get pressure sores on your skin where your skin starts to eat away and it creates sores, and then the sores can like eat away at your flesh all the way to the bone where it's like an open wound? Do you know that? Like, depending on how immobile this person is, because some people display amazing strength, but if that person is not able to tend to themselves, then if they use the bathroom or anything like that, they just got to stay there until somebody comes to help them. So now you view the blessing of you being able to stand up and use the restroom whenever it is that you please. Did you know that some people can't even use the restroom? They have access to go into the restroom, but they have issues when it comes to their bladder and different things like that, where their body or their kidneys might not filter. They don't create the urine. It's like, just think again. Would you be cool if somebody said that shit to you? Would you be cool if they did that to you? Would you be, you know what I mean? And it shouldn't be hard to treat people how you want to be treated. It shouldn't be hard to like listen to yourself. It shouldn't, it's not hard to be a decent human. And with being a decent human, you fall right in line with the agreement that you made with God, with the agreement that you made with divine. He's not asking any fucking thing of y'all. I promise nothing. Nothing. Man, y'all, listen to them books. Listen to them books for real. Like, listen to them books. And like, trust yourself more than anything. It sounds like that's the biggest betrayal of anything, not trusting yourself, because with you not trusting yourself, you not listening to yourself, it's like you're going against God. That's how God speaks to you. He resides within you. He have a connection with you. I told you all of these books are people journals. That's they fucking experience. They telling you what happened from their viewpoint, their perception, what they understood, what they experienced. That'll be just like if I never gave y'all a reading and I sat down and wrote down what I was getting. Because if I didn't get on here and I didn't do readings for y'all, I wouldn't even need the fucking cards. I get spoken to, like, the cards just help me hone in on something specific. Because outside of that, I'll be up here babbling like how I was when I first got up here. Because you get so much shit so much fast, and shit, you trying to give it all out. And before you finish with the one thing, you got the next thing. And hey, it's like this shit hard, but it's not hard. Like at this, it's not hard at all. I feel like it become easier when you break that shit into pieces. like how you say agreed, baby. It isn't so difficult being decent. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. The only thing, I promise you, would you be cool before you open your motherfucking mouth? Be like, because you already have what you finna say. You already have what you finna say, unless you immature and you just word vomit. And then I ain't even finna play with you like that anyway. Cause you have been and had to swallow your motherfucking teeth playing like that. Kids play like that. Uh-huh. So some conversations just ain't even worth having. You got to use your discernment with that too, because they also let you know that you reside here with regular fucking humans. Everybody is not. Hey, because when you go through them books, some people speak in them books about God actually taking his divine covering from folks because their generations couldn't get it right. AKA, you know how we speak on purgatory. You know how we say they got their whole bloodline fucked up. That's because y'all been giving years and years and years and years, and ain't nobody ever gained awareness to break this cycle. And now y'all fucking up my shit. So I'm gonna have to get y'all on up out of here. Let y'all weed y'all self out type energy. Listen to them books, y'all. Listen to them books. Listen to them books. Listen to them books. I promise you. Even it just hmm. Because I'm trying to think, like, if I got a suggestion, I can't even say, you know what I mean, that I have a suggestion on a specific book. What I can say, that book of Revelations, baby, that book of Revelations, now you gonna have to be ready for that book of Revelations. I got 30 minutes into that book of Revelations and had to back that ass up because this in not to it's a lot going on, but it's a lot to dissect. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I get it. I get the gist of it. All the chaos, all the commotion. It's clear. Okay. It goes on around us, and that's exactly on an intuitive level what you get when you take that book in. Okay. It's a lot. But listen to that Bible, y'all. Listen to it. 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 I promise you. I promise you. That is that book of life that they talk about. And see, I feel as if it only has been revised with time. Because you know how they say nothing new under the sun, but if you got a book that was created in 1806 and you never create it again, eventually it's gonna dissolve. Eventually, you know what I mean? The words are gonna fade. The hell, they didn't have print back then. This is probably written. This, you know what I mean? It's so of course it's gonna have to be revised. It's gonna have to be updated. I feel like updated is it's like a reminder. It's our reminder. Don't forget this. Don't forget this. Don't forget this. Don't forget this. Okay. But you damn sure got the regular human folks. You was told about the human folks. You and they're gonna try to get you to strip that. Cause see, they already done broke their covenant with the God, with the God, with the Lord, with the God, with divine. They done broke it already. So the thing is, the more of y'all I can get to stay down here with me, the more I can make my down here stay pleasurable. Okay. It's up to you to realize, hold on, you visiting here, you don't motherfucking live here. Because your people don't get down like that. That you If they could get you to strip them roots, then you would know that though. You will be adopting a new method. You'll be getting accustomed. You know what I mean? Not to mention you Pisces. Pisces is mutable water. You could go either way. So you will be going that way. You know what I mean? But if they can't get you to strip them roots, then eventually that awareness is gonna come. That awareness gonna come. And when you become aware, it's like, hold on, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Okay. And that's what you do. Okay. Walking with real faith type energy. Like for real, for real. And what else? Oh yeah, did I tell y'all to listen to that Bible? Listen to them books, them scriptures. You know, the whole updated thing is not so bad. It's not so bad. Because I can promise you, I probably would not have the understanding that I have if it was not for audio books. Because, baby, I didn't, I couldn't tell you how many times I done sat down with the Bible. Have I ever made it out of the book of Genesis? Yeah, if I jumped. If I jumped into some other shit, if I leaped into, yeah, I made it out of Genesis. Outside of that, sitting there and reading that sentence by sentence, paragraph, chapter, because you know you got the book and then you got the verses, chapter. Mm-mm. But baby, when I get in that shower and I let them scriptures play, it's different. You know, being in that water is therapeutic already. hmm So you already relaxing your mind, and then you got the. I'm telling you. It's the book of journals. hmm Hey, with that said, you should be writing. You should be writing, especially if your experience is a lot of the different things that we speak about. Then you clearly have a story to tell, and you got a story to tell about a time when there was no growth when you came into it, a lack of awareness, all the way up to your point thereof. You are that example. You are no different from like, baby, come on now, y'all. Like again, the basic instructions. Like it's like, come on, it don't get no more basic. Like what the fuck? Okay. Hey, oh no, please. Okay, so again, who's supposed to get it is going to get it. Because it's like a expectation. Okay. And some people just don't meet the expectation. Some people don't think past go. They don't invest no further than whatever it is that's placed in front of them. Okay. Hmm. I was gonna see if I could use the example. I don't know why I picked that card up, but yeah. You absolutely are the walking testimony. But it's like the story still has to be told, which is why it's important for you not to hide, not to isolate yourself. Don't never get too, and that's why I always say, right? With the going through the heartbreak, the different things that you experience, like you are to never harden your heart. When you harden your heart, you become just like them. And I really feel like them is human. You know how they always say, like, we're a spiritual being having a human experience. Okay, some people let go of that spiritual aspect and they just be human. You know how they say non-playable character. They just be human. Okay. And them be the people who get caught up on the material. They focus on the money. They focus on the clothes, the cars, the hoes, the you know what I mean? What they eat and what they can show, the pictures they can eat. They focus on here, what's done here. They don't invest nothing into like they sold. They don't invest nothing into. And see, the thing is, like I say, it's the easiest thing to do because basically to invest in your soul, you just be a decent human. You just basically treat people how you want to be treated. Respect thy brethren as you do. Long story short, we touch a lot on jealousy. You know, jealousy is basically a person feeling a certain type of way about what another person has. Like it's insecurities. Okay. We know that insecurities lie within yourself. For you to know that I feel like this because of this, but I'm going to project it outwardly, and now I'm going to make you feel a certain type of way because you have what I want. Some people do that shit unknowingly. Okay. But again, I feel like that when you become aware, it's your fucking responsibility to check those insecurities. Because ultimately, that person ain't doing shit to you. They simply doing them. And you feel a certain type of way because you clearly want to do them too. But who the fuck is focused on you? You're forgetting about you. Who the fuck are you? If you're them and they them, hey, and I be on YouTube, I just be listening to stuff. Um, it was a story and it was something about a king. It was a king and it was two women. I want to say one woman gave birth to a baby, and I don't know if the other woman was like pretending to be pregnant or what, but one gave birth to the baby and the other one stole the baby from her. Okay. So it was something about them fighting over the baby. Okay. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine, whatnot, And the king, the guy, he was like, who baby is it? The one said it's hers, and the other one said it was hers. And he was like, okay, he gonna cut the baby in half, and I'm gonna give half to you, and I'm gonna give half to her. And the lady was like, fuck it, cut it. You know what I mean? Cut that motherfucker in half. Then I take my half, she take her half, and that'll be that. And he took the baby and gave the baby to the woman who was willing to let the lady have the baby. Like, one said cut the motherfucker in half, the other one was like, let her keep it. It's her baby. He gave the one to the lady who said let her keep it because he basically was saying that he could tell that it wasn't her baby because the real mama would have never wanted her baby to get cut in half. The real mama would have never sacrificed her baby. That's one thing that he knew for sure. Remember what I said, the women in emotions. Basically, what she did right there was pull herself out of them emotions and start thinking logically. Because having no baby is going to be better than seeing my baby get killed right in front of me. She can have it. It's hey, but understand if this was somebody who didn't have discernment, because that had to be some strategic thinking to even come up with that plot. You know what I mean? Because if the king was arrogant, he naturally, okay, I'm gonna chop this motherfucker, I'm gonna give you that, I'm gonna give you that, and I'm finna go back in, I'm finna enjoy myself, I'm gonna chill because I don't give a fuck about that baby. That's not my baby. But that was actually a noble leader. Somebody who, like, hold on, okay, so let me play it like this then. Because only this is gonna make sense. Again, dealing with facts. Like, it's just not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. And I feel like it's easy to forget though. It's easy to forget. Cause no lie. I'm the type of person where it be like, I don't like a lot of busyness. So like I don't like being in places where it's like big ass crowds, a lot of people moving around, moving fast. And I don't like that. Because I find that when you get in groups like that, the respect drops, the morals drop, like the shit drop, and they be real disrespectful. A motherfucker will bump you, not say nothing. They gonna brush past you, cut in front of you. It's gonna be a whole lot of, and I feel like I gotta bring myself down in order to reside in this space. Cause now, if you in my space, I'm gonna need you to back the fuck up off me, and I'm gonna have to, you know what I mean? If you bump me, I might have to give your ass a little nudge, cause you saw me right here. If you step in front of me, I might have to pardon you, cause you ain't got to fight for respect in areas where you supposed to be. You only got to do that when you somewhere that she ain't supposed to motherfucking be. And now you got to be forceful to stand how you supposed to stand. Okay. Again, with the operating off path. Okay. But I do you one and tell you that it get a little tricky, right? Because at the same time that you're supposed to treat people how you want to be treated, sometimes you have people that still operate on the outside of, and you got to check you a motherfucker sometimes. You can't be above checking a motherfucker. You can't be above, you know what I mean, addressing it, bringing it here. Okay, hold on. Okay. That be necessary too. That can be a sin too. Because now you going against yourself. Remember, I said I'm noticing that one of the key factors is you never supposed to go against yourself because you're always being guided if you tapped in with God. And if God is telling you something and you going against yourself, then you going against divine order. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was taught obedience. Like my grandmama was real strict, like about obedience. So it's like once I figured out what my intuition was, I deciphered the thoughts from divine speaking to me from other dude. It was on then. It was on. It was on. Okay. So that's why I always tell y'all that's the first thing. Like, and that's why I understand how important like meditation. Like it be a lot of different things that people say that be like cliche because you hear it so much, but once you tap into it, you understand it. Like even when people speak about finding their purpose, I try to make it easy because I always tell people you finding your purpose, most of the time it looks like you doing something that you have already been doing your whole life. And that's just like me, for instance. My personality has always been my personality. I have always been a talker. I have always been, again, the visionary. Like, of course, you got to talk. I have just always been me. But now, for me to be here and be talking to y'all and have a platform, and this is my revenue, like, I didn't imagine that. If you had to ask me purpose and all the rest of that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have thought it was that. I used to legit tell people I want to get paid for talking to motherfuckers. I want to get paid for talking to people. It just took time to develop on what I had to say. You can get paid for talking bullshit to people all day. I could have. It's a lot of different routes that I could have went, but now that being sturdy and that resilience when it comes to keeping up them morals, keeping up them values, keeping that covenant with God. You know what I mean? I was vowed to silence until I had something to say. AKA, if you ain't got nothing to say, keep your motherfucking mouth closed. Bitch, I ain't had nothing to say, so I had to shut the fuck up for a long time. Whole time, I knew what the fuck I was supposed to say, but I wasn't saying it. So you ain't got nothing to say. Until, you know what I mean? So it's like, be true to yourself, fam. Be true to yourself. Even if it's just like you by yourself, ain't nobody with you. Because I promise you, it's gonna be a lot of times where you're gonna be on your own, and you're gonna be on your own because what it is that you're going toward, it don't look like what the people feel like it should look like. And because it don't look like what they deem it's supposed to look like, that can't be where you're going. You got to be bold, strong enough, have enough resilience in order to walk that path again, even when you by yourself. Listen to them Bible scriptures, baby. Listen to them books. Listen to them books. Listen to them books. Because even the confusion of the people is documented the whole time. It's so many different books in that Bible where people was warning people. God might come to them in a dream. God might come to them in a premonition. God might come to them in a child. God come to them though. They get the message and they deliver the message. And it's always downplayed. Like, who the fuck are you? Or, you know what I mean? What they say, taken with a grain of salt ass energy. And then when it happens, you don't hear shit about what happens once it happens. Because most of the time, by the time some shit play out, the person who's telling the story, they're removed. Ain't that how that go? You get removed and then shit hit the fan. Okay. So you see that happen over and over again. Yeah, listen to them listen to listen to them books, y'all. I kid y'all not. Listen to them books. Like Listen to him, listen to him, listen to him. You welcome, love. You welcome. I promise I just be trying to do for y'all what I wish motherfuckers would have did for me. Okay. And yeah, nah. Again, treat them up. Baby, my covenant, so my shit so strong. I kid you not. Like I feel bad when I don't do what I know I'm supposed to do. I done did shit, gained awareness about it years later and went back and apologized. I promise you. Like I keep saying that. I don't apologize for shit to motherfuckers where they forgot what even took place. And it's like, okay, I remember. I'm gonna have to carry that. So I'm gonna extend that gesture because I'm not carrying it. Okay. You might not have gave a fuck, but I gave a fuck clearly because I remember it's here. If it wouldn't work for them to give, it wouldn't be here. Hmm. What Cardi say? I stay on her mind. I got condos in that bitch head. A motherfucker only can have condos in your head if you allow them to. If you allow them to, then you too concerned with what the fuck they got going on. And that's probably why you lacking in what you got going on, because you worried about the condos that this bitch building and they stuck in your motherfucking head. Mm. Hey, and gotta be like, you got a condo too. You might not be building it the same way that she building it. That's not your gift. That's her gift. That's why she able to build them bitches in your head. That's her gift. You tap into your shit, you could build them bitches back. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You do one better and you just focus on your shit and keep on building. You might just outbuild this motherfucker and all of a sudden the focus is on you because that's how that happens too. Most of the time you outrun the runner and then the focus become on you. And then that's when the evil eye and the hex and the curse and all of that, like you got to go through them phases. That shit happens. Like listen to them books. Listen to them books. Listen to them books. I promise you, I'm gonna drill that shit into y'all because that is the most valuable thing that the enemy tried to strip me from. I kid you not. That not believing in Jesus, not believing in the Bible, not believing in this, and that. And then you know how, especially in the beginning stages of spirituality, when motherfuckers get on that their God complex, I be eating motherfuckers up like that up to date. I promise you, don't never come in my face and be so disrespectful. Don't you ever in your life. I don't like that shit. I don't like nothing about that shit. Hmm. Hey, because if you want to be honest with it, God so bossed up, he ain't never touched foot on this earth. He sent his son. He touched through us. But my daddy don't even touch this bitch. What you talking about? Don't ever. Let alone you come to me with vices. Don't. I can't stand that shit. And you be amazed at how many people carry that type of they be with it. They be with it. Hmm. And life be shit. Life be shit. Most of the time they only embody that type of energy because somebody told them to embody that type of energy. They wasn't told to embody that. Somebody else told them that. And so they now got on replay that voice of that other person. They done drowned it out with divine telling them in all actuality. Mm-hmm. Mm. So then they go forth and they produce children where they're instilling in these children that they higher than God. And then when the moments of struggle come, they ain't got nobody to go to. That's how they wanted you, Pisces. Like strip you of your roots. So when shit do hit the fan, who you gonna go to? You already done denounced. You already broke it. Who you gonna go to? Who gonna look out for you? Hmm. Especially with us knowing how karma is, because depending on how far they got you to go down that hole, when you decide to come out and you repent, you're still gonna have shit to make up for it. You still gotta pay that. You gotta pay that. You gotta pay that. And so again, we gonna cut to the chase. I don't give a fuck. Don't never let them strip you of your roots. Don't strip your roots. No matter what it is, Christianity, if it's the Muslim, you know what I mean? You got your Hindu, whatever it is, whatever. Your root is going to be your root. Because even getting it understood, when you go through that book, it was more than one tribe, baby. It was more than one. It was more than one. As a collective, they made the chosen people. And as I recall, in that book of Matthews, Jesus went around and he basically was reminding everybody of who they was. That's why he was traveling. That's why he didn't have no home. To the untrained eye, he looked unstable, didn't he? He looked like it could have been a group of homeless people, huh? Tell me I'm motherfucking lying. Mm. That'll let you know right there that it always ain't gonna look like what you think it's supposed to look like. Hmm. Couldn't have been a child of God, son of God, daughter of God, nothing of God, because in their mind, God's supposed to look like, and well, you look like. Okay. Okay. Mm. Again, as a collective, you make that chosen squad. It's so again, don't get caught up on the fucking color. Your soul ain't got no color. Hey, not to mention if you go all the way back to when they was talking about like before us regular humans and they get on them gods and you know what I mean and they talking about the spirit people be blue, green, purple, they be gold, motherfucker might be black and not brown, black, motherfucker black. Hmm. So don't get caught up on them colors. It's the whole plethora, aka how they give you that rainbow, aka how they give you them chakras in your body. It take all the colors to make the rainbow. Ain't no rainbow with just one motherfucking color. Okay, I'm just saying. Understand too what was also read listen to them books. We go through the shit that we go through because just like how I told you back in the day when we broke that covenant, we still paying for that shit, right? I lost that. I lost that. Hmm. If I find it, I'll let you know. I lost it. I lost it. I did. I lost it. But yeah, I guess that was the bottom line then. We broke our vows. We broke our agreement. Okay. Mhm. And when you know better, you do better. You act like you don't know better, you get your ass beat until you do better. It's as simple as that. Mhm. Yeah, Pisces. Listen to them books. Listen to them books. Use your discernment. Get your own clarity. Again, how I'm saying it to you though. It's a book of journals. A book of journals. You pay attention. It's always somebody's viewpoint. The way somebody is telling you a story. Every book, somebody is telling you a story. of what happened, what took place around them, who was involved, how it happened. A detailed story. I take that back. Can't even say all that detail because a lot of shit get left out. You know, um, basically highlighting what they felt like is important. Okay, but yeah, read them books, y'all. Read them books. Read them books. Read them books. Listen to them. You can still read them as well too, because I still got my Bible. Well, I actually got my grandma's Bible. You know what I mean? So I still make sure I touch that book. But when I say that, listening to them audiobooks has given so much clarity. So much clarity. So much clarity. On how to apply it to myself. How, again, even understanding like that book of life. This shit is like cycles. Cycles, cycles, cycles. No, it don't pay to be uneducated at all. But I can also say that you don't walk or stand too firm on that education neither. Because you can be educated in a certain category, but that still don't make you wise. So we focused on the wisdom. As far as you need with that education is, can you comprehend? Do you know how to take what it is that you read and then apply it? Do you know where you fit in this story? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, because I've come across some people who feel like them degrees make them, hmm and they still dumb as a box of rocks. Still lack faith. Still don't believe in themselves, even with them degrees and all. hmm So, yeah, it really depends on the person. You remember what I told you though? It's the difference between somebody giving you some shit that they was taught versus some shit that they experienced. You can take them. That shit is different. It's different. It's different. hmm It's just like being in the medical field and going through training and different shit like that, clinicals and different things like that, versus you out on that floor on your own. And right now, it's on you. You got to make the decision. That shit feel different. It feel different. I remember my first time having to do the Heimlich maneuver on the motherfucker. But that's how I knew I was built for certain shit too, because it was so natural. It was real natural. I didn't even think it would be as natural as it was. Because you know how they teach you, like when you're doing that, your CPR class certification, they tell you grab that motherfucker in the back. If you can't get it, you know what I mean? It was so natural. And it was a kid. I promise you, a little girl choking on a fucking lifesaver. You know the hard lifesavers, the circles. And the funny thing is, we was at the fucking doctor's office, at the hospital. Had it in her mouth. She was jumping, coming out the door, and then she stopped. And she started going like this. Her mama started panicking instantly, and I'm thinking like a mother's instincts. My mama would have beat the shit out my back. Her mama stopped, and her mama like finna cry. Baby, when I say I picked that little girl up, that little girl had to be full. Picked her ass up, hit her twice in the back. Goddamn it, she ain't spitting none out. I grabbed her little ass, hooked her, and that motherfucker shot out. Just like on the movies. Even I was like, but I was working. So even once that happened, I sat her ass down on the ground. I had a man that I had in a wheelchair that I had literally parked in the middle of the fucking heat. It was a dangerous situation. It was a dangerous situation. Okay. And I am one to mind my business. But I seen that her mama didn't know what to do. And not the fuck on my watch. Not on my watch, baby. I'm gonna do your ass just like my mama would have did me. And again, I done been through CPR training for probably about 8 years now and never had to use it. If I don't know what the fuck I'm doing by now, I will never know. Get your ass over here. I grabbed that look, baby, when I said that shit was like something on a movie, and it really didn't even register to me what had took place until I got home. Like, you literally saved a life. I saved a life. Like, I was like, I saved a life. Like, oh my God. I don't know. It's just, it's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. Like, this should be different. But it's like I have easily been in situations with people where it'd be like I want to intervene and they'd be like, that ain't your business, or you know what I mean? Come on, or you know what I mean? And I'd be like, fuck it. That was me going against myself. That was me operating outside of my grounds, outside of what I was being told to do. That could happen a lot. So make sure you stay settled within yourself. And again, listen to those books, baby. It is value in that Bible. I feel like more than anything, that Bible teaches you that you can learn lessons, you know what I mean, from other people's experiences as well too. The Bible gives you comfort in knowing that you are not alone. I promise you. That Bible gives you comfort in knowing like that you on path as well too. Because again, I feel like people don't realize that this shit don't look like what you imagined it'll look like either. Like to hell with them thinking it don't look like what they imagined. Bitch, it don't look like what I thought it was gonna look like either. You know what I mean? Type shit. Like you what the fuck? Shit, we both in this motherfucker. But yeah. It's like you're not different. You're not different. It's not just you, none of that. Yeah. That's true. I don't know what's wrong with you, baby. You seem like you hurting though, because it seemed like you looking for a problem. And we ain't doing nothing in here but spreading light. And we definitely been talking about the word of God for the whole hour and 10 minutes, 11 minutes, and 37 seconds that we've been on here. So I really wish that you get that hug that you deserve, but it's not necessary right now. It's not necessary at all. Yeah. And see, my thing is, I'm into the giving love, so I will give them that attention. I will give them that attention. And not to mention, baby, I'm so peaceful today. I promise you, it's gonna be on a peaceful vibe. It be like that though. Everybody being in position, everybody knowing their purpose. I'm explaining to you something, and then we got an example. Okay. So yeah, clarity, clarification. Hmm. But yeah, y'all listen to them books. Listen to them books. Listen to those books. Listen to them books. It's value in them books. I promise you. It's value in those experiences of those people. All the way down. You know what I mean? And I always say that it seems like it got revised more and more. Like with time, I'm gonna just remove you. Because you might do some weird shit like try projecting on to me, bitch. Probably focusing on my forehead. That's why I got confused. Okay. Anyway. um Basic. Everybody knows the story of Cain and Abel. We know that one brother killed another brother out of jealousy. Okay. With that being said, putting it in layman's term, right? Bringing it all the way up to present day. When I was younger, my grandmama, and we done heard this before too, the ones closest to you will hurt you first. Okay. In your mind, naturally, especially if you are a lover of thy brother, you wouldn't expect thy brother to do certain things to me. I would never do that to you. I would never view you like that. I'm not even viewing you as competition. And the whole time you sizing me up. Cain, and that lets you know anybody, even your brother. Let's get it understood too that Cain and Abel was Adam and Eve kids. So just like how I told you, you paying for shit that you did from the very beginning. Understand how that covenant was broken off top. Your mama doing shit, got your mama, your daddy doing shit, then you got the kids going. This is not what the fuck I agreed to. This not what was agreed to. So again, even with that, like how I tell y'all, God don't intervene. He don't stand over your shoulder and make sure that you do what you're supposed to do, that you hold up your end of the bargain. Because if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, then you will hold up your end, and you'll also know and have faith that he gonna hold up his end too. In a match made in heaven, baby, we here. We got this. But if you submit to those regular human ways, then you're going to eventually get to the position where you're going to question God. And if you question it, then you ain't trusting. If you ain't trusting, then it's some type of deception. Eventually, the disloyalty is going to creep in. It's like, you know what I mean? A trickle down effect type thing. So even throughout them different books in that Bible, you always reminded to keep faith. It only exists with faith. It only exists with faith. It only exists with faith. You could do this, you could do that, you could do here, you could jump from here to the moon. If you have faith. You can do this, you could do that if you have faith. Didn't we speak on that before with Jesus walking on the water? And who was it? David, can I come out there to you? And he had faith, but remember his faith started wavering. He started sinking and he reached out for God. God took him in. His faith never wavered. He took him in, but then he asked, why I started sinking? Why your faith started lacking? Accountability. Okay. Hold your own. All right. When you believed you could do it, you was doing it. But then you got out there. Remember, I said they get the blessings and they get excited and then they forget. And as soon as you forget, that's when you start slipping on your shit. You ain't got nobody to blame but you. It's all a choice. Imagine if he had got out there, right? Because eventually you gonna get from up underneath your parents' wing. So he get out there, he walking on the water, and then he lose faith, but he out there by himself. Ain't no Jesus to call out to. Ain't no boat, ain't no nothing. You out there and you just sinking. You better remember who the fuck you is or you gonna drown. That's how they tried to do you. Strip that faith, strip them roots, strip. And that's why I'm here to tell you, don't strip a mother, baby, go back and get it. It ain't never too late to go back and get it. When it was yours, it's yours. Go back and get it right where the fuck you left it at. He already said, again, God, he forgive you when you, baby, if you don't know, you don't know. My baby didn't know. One thing he gonna be proud of is the fact that his baby growing though. You learn. That feel good to be in a position where you once didn't know something and then you know something, you applying it and you see it working. It's like it's a difference. But again, once you know and now, okay, you act accordingly. I don't know why I was getting a set it off reference. You remember how on Set It Off they robbed the bank the first time, they got away with it? They got hyped up, robbed the bank the second time, got away with it. Got even more hyped up. And then when they went to go hit, now your shit finna fall down because you know better. You know better. The first time you was struggling. The first time you needed help. The first time you survival. Oh, okay. I let you got that. Oh, but now the second time, like, oh, what do you say? You think you bad? Let's see how this play out. That's that free will. Let's see how that play out. Oh, okay. They got away with it. And that third time, that hammer came down. hmm Everybody ended up losing except for the one when she came into it. Remember when Stoney came into it? She came into it for thy brethren. She was doing a lot of shit for her brother, for her survival. Remember, her brother ended up getting killed, and then it was for self. Then, remember, Cleo was doing it for the money, the cars, the clothes. She liked the aesthetic of it. Remember, Frankie was doing it out of pride. Frankie's feelings was hurt because she had sacrificed herself. It ended up being the sacrifice. Titi, TT was doing it for her child, but with patience, TT would have been all right. She was trying to be forceful. Mm-hmm. Hey, everybody gone. Everybody gone. Mm. Hey, except for Stony, and look what she grew up to be. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. Hey, but you don't get caught up. Don't get caught up, baby. Get into them books. Get into them books. Listen to them books. Get familiar with them books. Again, stop viewing it like this golden book in this glass box on this pedestal. No, baby, read it like you done got into your brother's journal. You done got into your sister journal. You done got into your mama, your daddy. You know what I mean? Because even in the Bible, they speak of people taking over other people's religions and other people's artifacts too. They say that is going to happen, but they also say that those people curse themselves and their bloodline for taking on an identity that does not belong to them too. hmm Nothing new under the sun. This shit been going on. hmm Listen to that Bible, y'all. Get into them scriptures. Just listen. Just listen. Like I say, just let it play. While you cooking, you riding, you getting ready for work in the morning, you whatever, baby. In replacement of the music, in replacement of the TV or something. Put your headphones in, lay back, like just relax. That could be you meditating and you taking in information. You meditating on, you know what I mean, baby? Yes. Feeding your mind, body, soul, spirit, all of it. Just, yeah, do that. I promise you, I'll do that. Do that for real. Hey, and that was another thing that was funny to me. It stood out to me about veganism. He said something about the meats. The meats was given to you for you to um nourish up on, and if you don't partake of the meats, it's like that was like an insult too. It said that and then it throws me off because you have some people who be like, oh no, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that, and you know what I mean? And it's like, again, in these scriptures, what is said though is if you do it in sacrifice, that's where the problem come at. What I'm understanding to be that sacrifice is, again, like that gluttony. Okay, you take it more than what you need. Or some people literally sacrifice animals. Some people literally mistreat animals to the point of them losing. You know what I mean? It's certain things, again. Thy brother, and that's still your motherfucking brother as part of the ecosystem, baby. It was placed here to get in rotation too. If you affect that, you're still affected too. You know what I mean? I even come across people where they feel like animals ain't got feelings and shit. And it's like, what the fuck do you mean, baby? When I look my baby in his eyes, we communicate. Okay? I've had a cat, I've had a fish. I used to put music on and dance with my fish and go like this, and my fish used to flip its tail. You ain't gonna tell me animals don't communicate. What the fuck world do you live in? I talk to my plants. Hey, and then come to find out what they say. You remember about what was it about? Eight eight or so years ago, they started doing studies on water where they would take water and they would speak into water and then they would freeze it. And they was recording the crystallization like on the way that it froze. Okay. And it was like a study where they spoke positively, positive affirmations into some water and they froze it, and it froze like little snowflakes, like little symmetrical patterns and stuff. Okay. And then they had a cup of water where they spoke negatively to it and they froze it, and it froze in like shards, like sharp. You know what I mean? Just, yeah. So that makes sense too. Hmm. And do that ever make you feel like they had something to do with the brain? Because you know how they say we only use like a certain percentage, 20% of our brain. So just like how you said, okay, if we 70% water, you know what I mean, then technically that other 30% might be that masculine energy that we got in that throat crown. You know what I mean? Like you remove the emotion. Okay. Because the it's funny because intuition and water goes hand in hand. Intuition and emotion go hand in hand, but everything is gonna take balance. I kid you not. It all needs to be balanced because you gotta have emotion, but not too much emotion. You gotta give a fuck, but not too much of a fuck. You know what I mean? That balance. That balance to be a motherfucker. And you be having to go through and find balance within each gateway. Each gateway is gonna reside within each chakra. Study them chakras as well too. Study them chakras because they touch base on again 7 4 12. That's 7, that's chakras, them 4, them seasons, elements, you know what I mean. 12, you got the months, you got it's so much shit there if only you can understand it. I feel like again, with you ascending more, you growing more, progressing more, you needed your spiritual insight in order to be able to understand that Bible, is what you come to realize. Okay? It's like first a motherfucker threw the Bible at you and then you got stuck on the Bible and you forgot the spiritual part. Then they introduced you to the spiritual part and tried to get you to strip the Bible, and it's like, no, that's the balance. You gotta balance both of them bitches out. Okay. That's what the whole Bible speaks of. Balance. Balancing out that spiritual with that physical. Trusting, having faith. Hmm. Again, the treating people how you, that is going to be the biggest one, Pisces. Treating people how you want to be treated. Treating people how you want to be treated. Like my grandmama always told me when I was little, she used to say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It takes a lot of self-assessment, and it takes a strong individual to be able to check themselves too. Like check yourself. You don't even need a motherfucker to check you because you check you before, you know what I mean? And that way, if somebody just so happens to try and check you, you know what I mean? Like you, what they say, they're staying ready, so you ain't got to get ready type energy. And that Bible is so powerful. You welcome, love. That Bible is powerful. That Bible is powerful. It's powerful. It's powerful. Very powerful. And a lot of shit didn't make sense because I didn't have it. And baby, I had to pick that bitch back up. Cause hold on. Mm-mm. It ain't been around this long and hold no value all of a sudden. Nah. Mm-mm. Hmm. One thing I will say that I think though is that in the before we die, before our generation passes, I do feel like it will be revised again though. It'll be revised again. Because you see how they kept revising it. They kept on trying to make it more clear, more easier to understand, more, you know what I mean? And I feel like that comes along with the generations, the perception. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that makes sense too with me telling you to listen to it, the audio book. You know, our grandparents and shit like that didn't have the Bible on audio book. They had to read Thy Neighbor. And if they didn't know what the fuck thy was, then guess what? Hey, for real. So yeah. Yeah. Take advantage. I feel like really take advantage. See the value, take notes. And how can I explain? With the journaling, write down secrets that mean something. You know what I mean? Like that's another thing. Like with my grandmother's Bible, she had a notebook in there where she had written questions like, well, who is Jesus, his sisters and brother? And who is this? Who is that? I answered that question. I was, who is Jesus, sister? Well, we're Jesus' sisters and brother, the chosen one, God's children. Okay. My grandmama passed away in 2005. Okay. My grandma been dead going on 21 years right now, or in spirit. Like, so back then, naturally, yeah, she had questions that I can answer up to date. I fill in those questions in that notebook. And when I leave here, that book goes to the next person. I got questions to put in that book as well, too. Like, this shit means something, y'all. It means everything. Fuck meaning something. It means everything. You, your story, your position, your view, your perception. It mean everything. Like, y'all need to start being the main character in y'all shit. Can't nobody tell your story like you. Can't nobody tell your experience like you. Hmm. Now that you know when is speaking to you, you are aware of the different times that He has spoken to you, and you didn't know that it was Him speaking. You can still touch base on that. You can revisit. Hmm. It's just like in tarot, it'd be like, okay, you can get a message today. You might not see it till next year, and it resonate next year. Just like, you know what I mean? Just yeah, yeah, and stand within it. Stand within it. Know your own truth and stand within it, baby. Ain't no two stories alike. Even when two people are playing a role together, it's still different. Your story gonna be your story. And hell yeah, that shit feel good to be unapologetically you. Hmm. And that Lil Wayne, let it all work out. He said, when he say, ain't nobody else like you in this bitch. You remember when they came on, he said that I'm in this bitch. He said was on the outside looking in this bitch, but now I'm in this bitch. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I get it to play. Wait, y'all. Wait, y'all. Okay. What? Can y'all hear that? When you come in, I'm in this bitch. Yeah. Was on the outside looking in this bitch, but now I'm in this bitch. That's like your purpose. I'm in this bitch. Hey. I don't know how far they'll let me go before they start flagging me on shit. But you heard what he said. Looked in the mirror, said, "Don't let the money come between us." Didn't I say? God praised you and gave you blessings for your qualities, for your achievements as reward. You got to keep yourself, know you. Looked in the mirror, said, "Don't let the money come between us. The blessings is going to come. But just as easy as they come, they go too. It's you, your main focus is not to get stuck in one position. Okay? As long as you could keep that, baby." He said, "I was on the outside looking in this bitch, but now I'm in this bitch." That's an amazing feeling. I kid you not. When you be searching for your purpose and you finally realize. He said, "Tunchi, you a genius. Look in the mirror, say, don't let the money come between us. I'm loaded at my earliest convenience." That's like you manifesting. I promise you. Once you tap into that faith and you start walking with God, your manifestations, you ain't never gotta need shit because He know what you need and He delivering off top. You where you supposed to be, baby. You gonna catch that. That's just like Mario coins. That's just like Sega remember Sonic had a path to run, and as long as he ran that path, them gold coins was gonna be there, baby. They there. They waiting for him. All you gotta do is come and get them. They not going nowhere. They here. That's some blessings. The only way you gonna miss them is if you get off path and you over here and you supposed to be over here because the coin is over here. So you ain't never got to worry about if you're going to be provided for. You never have to worry about abundance. You know what I mean? That's, again, going to go back to your faith, your belief. If you lack in faith, then yeah, you going to lack in every motherfucking thing else because you ain't got it, because you don't feel like you got it. And your vibe is going to attract your tribe all day, baby. Fuck what you put on the outside. You will be placed accordingly. Okay? So don't never let that shit go to your head. I kid you not. That's just like dealing with people, and I come across people and they be like, "Oh, you're pretty and this, and that." And it's like, yeah, okay, but that cute shit only gets you so motherfucking far. Okay? I got something to motherfucking say. Bitch, anything can happen. Life happens. Anything can happen. And I can look different. Then what? If you was here for the looks, then once the looks go, you go. Okay? So, pardon me. I could be cute by my motherfucking self. Okay? Again, with the bringing shit to the, like, it's should just be different when you grow up. You grown, you can tell the difference between a grown motherfucker and a kid. Hey, I remember I was 17. I was dealing with my ex. He was older than me. I was 17 though. I was in my Jordan phase. I'm back to see that inner child. I'm back to my Jordan phase. But listen, anyway. I was in my Jordan phase, and I remember a girl had called my phone. You know what I mean? I get to jack into the bitch like this, and that. Woo, 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 bitch, I got this, I got that. Woo. I remember I said something about my shoes. When I say that old bitch stunned it on me so hard. She said, "Bitch, you talking about some shoes?" She said, "I get in my car and drive barefoot." I ain't had no car at that time. When I say I'll never forget it, that was some cold work right there. When I say told my little young ass up, let me know, hold on, bitch. Oh, that bitch grown. Hey, salute to you, bitch. Whoever, y'all still don't know who that hoe was, but that bitch told me up with that. Hey, bitch ain't me clean up. That whole bitch, you worry about some shoes. I get in my shit. Oh, she's like, oh, calm down, little bitch. Hey, but what I'm saying is levels to this shit. I'm now in a position where I can say that, bitch, I step out my shit with my J's on. And what, ho? Ain't lacking in no area. I ain't even got to be barefoot. Uh-huh. But if I wanted to, I'll make sure my shit painted, though. Still make sure I step out the way I'm supposed to step on. Oh, and my hair, mine. That shit get different. It get different. So yeah, what he say was on the outside looking in this bitch, but now I'm in this bitch. Yeah, I'm in this bitch. You know. Never been hey, it be like that. It be like that. It be like that. It be like that. It's levels to this shit though. I just feel like you should always take note of the level that you at though. You know what I mean? Give grace, respect, and keep pushing though. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Well, hey, baby, welcome to you. He said I'm just scrolling, liking this. Well, welcome, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look, we finna go ahead and close it out. But I just was saying, I'll do a quick run back for you since you here, Darius. Okay, we spiritual. We got it understood. We're spiritual. I read tarot. I am definitely a tarot reader who still push people toward God. Okay. What I was speaking on today was listening to Bible scriptures. All right. I feel like coming across the Bible, especially in younger years, you know, you got Woman art thou lewd. It's some poetic ass shit, and it's a little bit hard to understand. It's a little bit hard to digest. Okay. What I was saying was, up to date on YouTube, they got audio books of the different books of the Bible. And I've been listening to that. I be listening to it when I get ready in the morning. I be listening to it in the shower. I just listen to it in my time of relaxations. And I found a lot of comfort and a lot of clarity. Okay. I also told them that what I understand with that Bible, right? The Bible is a book of journals. Okay. I say that because in every book that I have come across or listened to is somebody giving their viewpoint of what was taking place around them or what they was involved in, aka basically like their life. It seems like it started once they met God. Because sometimes it's documentation, you know what I mean? But most of the time it's like, okay, once they become aware. Sleep with palms over brain. Hey, yeah, yeah. And thank you. Yeah, that songs, baby. That songs, yeah. Powerful. He be talking his shit in songs. Hey, I feel like that's that one time we had got fucked up. He said, you know what? He said, you motherfucking heathens. Hey, but yeah, book of journals, you know what I mean? Don't take it so literal. We was just listen. Go back, listen. You know what I mean? And you get you some confirmation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Look, I'm gonna get ready to get up off of here though, cause I done been on here with y'all. Always do that. Damn near 2 hours. I don't know how we end up on here 2 hours. I got 2 readings for y'all. I have not even posted, and I got more readings that I gotta do. But I tried to wait to a decent time for me to get on here with y'all because I definitely want to touch bases with y'all with that. And y'all know y'all my babies. We done been here, started from the bottom. Now we here as energy. And I'm not no gatekeeper for one, but I'm damn sure not keeping no gates with y'all. We have conversations. We have our shit different. It ain't always about just this reading tarot. Okay. hmm Especially with getting it understood that with that. Hmm. That's even interesting. Listen to them books. I ain't gonna throw nothing else at you. Listen to them books. So y'all, where I'm from, the Midwest. The Midwest. I was born in Wisconsin. You welcome. You welcome. You welcome. Y'all trust yourself though more than anything. Like trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself. I promise you. I had to sit one day and I was thinking if I had one wish, like what would it be? What would it be? That one wish, one wish, one wish. And I couldn't think of nothing necessarily that I would want to narrow it down for myself without it being mundane. And what I came up with, I promise you, my only wish is for people to like know they self and in return develop a relationship like with God, with divine, like that God body. It's in you. I promise you it's in you. Even when you come from like a toxic bloodline and you birth into certain energy, it's like you're the chance to get it right. You still have a choice. Like you don't have to submit no matter where you come from, your environment, none of that shit. It's a choice. You have a choice. You can be that one change. You can be that one difference. Like you gotta believe it. You gotta know it. And I promise you, baby, sometimes it seems like you be sacrificing, 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 and you don't receive shit for it. It seems like you always get in the bad end. You always got to figure some shit out. You always. But just like how I tell y'all, when you're the role model, you the blueprint, you the first to do it. It if it don't happen with you and you show them how it's done, then how in the fuck is they gonna know your story got a place. Your story got a place. You got to tell that story. Tell your story. Get into journaling, writing. I promise you. Up here talking to y'all, my goddamn lip gloss, so you getting tacky. Have you looking like Boosie, like I'm foaming at the mouth and shit. That's why I wipe it off and renew it. Cause hey, fuck that lip gloss. So I'm gonna talk. I renew the lip gloss, but baby, I got to get it out. So yeah, dropped 2 albums, ready to do the distribution next. Congratulations, babe. Congratulations, Shane. You keep it going. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. That's another thing as well too. Like with music, being able to tell a story, on rhythm, or being able to tell a story in music, like that's a gift as well too. That's an amazing gift too. Everybody can't do that. Hey, and as y'all see, the way I am with music, I be up here with y'all. Y'all already know that's my vibe. That is my vibe. You welcome. That's my vibe. Is that the line of gloss slut? That would be something to invest into, seeing as to how I'm always putting lip gloss on. Yeah, y'all. Tap in. For real though. Like self, y'all. Self, inward, internal. Get comfortable with learning the uncomfortable things about yourself. Get comfortable with learning the uncomfortable things about people next to you. I feel like what you realize is that growth do happen, change do happen. Certain things are possible that you once could have thought was impossible. Okay? Because I feel like my grandmother, just like how I said, Jesus being the living God, you know what I mean, on earth, like even when I was going through my moments, when I was around people that was more so telling me to strip my religion, Jesus ain't real, and this, and that. Like when I was uncertain, I prayed to my grandmother. I kid you not. I prayed to my grandmother. I trusted her. And when I say my grandmother was so trump tight within God, like within divine, I trusted her. Okay. I felt like she had never led me astray in life, in the physical, and I knew she would never do it in spirit. And she led me back home. So it's important. Hold on to them roots, baby. Hold on to them beliefs. Hold on to them. No matter what it is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, though. Yeah. Definitely a process. Definitely a process. Hey, I just say y'all be a willing participant. Be open. Cause you know how it be like when you a kid, and then when you finally get grown, you do get to a point where you shut off certain learning things. Especially, Lord forbid, you be done with school. I done learned every motherfucking thing that I need to know at this point. You get to a point where you just doing. You know what I mean? You really ain't taking nothing in. You giving it all that you got, everything that you done built up all these motherfucking years. All the times where you had to shut up and stay in a kid's place. Now you got something to motherfucking say, and you wish a bitch would. Huh? You catching everything. You standing on business, huh? Because I know I was like that, huh? I remember I had to shut the wall huh? Any motherfucking thing. I'm hearing shit that ain't even being said to me, trying to check something so motherfucking hard. And it's like, calm down, little baby. It don't. You know what I mean? You learn that with time too. It depends on the arena. It's just like going to the dog park. You got the area for the little dogs. You might have some medium. Then you got the big. You know what I mean? Know where you belong. I got a Yorkie Terrier. I ain't gonna take my Yorkie in there where the fuck the pit bulls be at. You not that's. And then not to mention my baby think he a big dog. I done seen him knit at a big dog before, and in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, here, rip your little ass to shreds, and you in here playing. You better understand the grace that he is giving you right now, okay?" Like, but know where you reside. You know what I mean, type thing. It's like that. Like you dealing with little dogs that got big dog energy, but they ain't never even been in the big dog field type energy. Because if they get out there, they gonna get their ass toe up. But they think because you a big dog and you cool with being with the little dogs that you a motherfucking punk or something like that. And it's like, yeah, nah, that's not how that works. Okay. Remember what I said. Even Jesus on his path, he went and he visited different places, different people. He left faith every fucking where he went. Everywhere he went, he left faith. Restored some faith. Let you know, hey, hold on, certain shit is possible. I do you one better and tell you in them books too. You even had people who was coming up against Jesus, was coming to see him, making it seem like they wanted blessings or healing from him, but they was really coming like trying to test him. They was coming, they was asking certain questions that they knew the answer to, and then when he answered, matter of fact, he was cold. He was flipping shit on people and making them answer their own questions. And see, in their mind, they knew that, okay, if I answer this way, then it's going to prove him right. So I got to answer this way. Get into that book. I kid you not. They be so hell bent on Jesus, love Jesus. Read that book of Matthews. Don't read it. Listen to it, that audio book. I promise you. And baby, when I say Big Bro was smooth as a feather, he was smooth as a feather. Wasn't even worried about it. When he started prophesying his own death, he was telling them, look, he said, I got a fate where this has to take place just like the others before me. He wasn't the first. Thank you. Thank you. He wasn't the first. He tell you it has taken place. It has taken place. My thing is, again, when he went and he summoned his people up to the mountains, and who am I? Oh, well, some say that you're, what was it, John the Baptist. Some say that you're Jeremiah. Some say that you're Elias. You got three of God's children, clearly, right? Well, I mean, naturally for his brother to got to come from the same lineage, right? So that do mean that this a family affair, right? There's some group activity, right? Okay. Like, man, y'all better tap back in with y'all selves. I got faith. I promise you I do. And anything I get, baby, I'ma sprinkle me, man, all over your asses. I promise. Cause nah. Fuck that. We ain't got time for it. Well, not our people. Okay. So yeah, Pisces. I'ma just I'm gonna just leave it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all likes, y'all comments, y'all subscribes. I'm gonna post the reading when I get off of here with y'all too. But I did record y'all reading, but I wasn't gonna post it before I went on here because I felt like y'all was gonna have to pick between, you know what I mean? Either you was gonna watch the read or you, and it's like, yeah, nah, fuck that. Okay. The reading is gonna be the reading, but I had something to say. Y'all listen to them books. I promise you, YouTube. Listen to them books. Love you too. I love you too. I love y'all too. I promise you it's mutual. Mm-hmm. And we'll be good. Just with some reminders. You're welcome. You're welcome. Reminders. Just need some quick reminders of who the fuck we is. Okay. Who you are. And yeah, y'all have y'all a good day though. I'm gonna get back to the little ratchet. Yeah, I feel like the tarot be the ratchet shit. You know what I mean? That's why I be having to touch base with y'all and do the upliftment, you know, every now and again with the conversations and stuff like that. Because we don't give a fuck about what the karmics doing. Like, I get it. They just be so far in y'all fucking energy. But it's like, who cares, bitch, about you feeling a certain type of way about, and you know what I mean? Again, about being a regular fucking human. That's basically what they did. If y'all listen to them books, then they tell you they submitted to be a, a regular human. Gave up the ghost. They gave up their spirit. You know what I mean? AKA they ignore their intuition. Okay. But they can grow too. They can be healed too. Okay. Yeah though. Love y'all. See y'all later.